Hello everyone, this is Dr. Jay Mehta here from Mumbai, and in this video we are going to try and discuss the techniques for doing ovarian stimulation in women who have a low AMH or are believed to be poor responders with a diminished ovarian reserve. Now one must try and understand that when a lady is with a low AMH or has a diminished ovarian reserve, she may not respond appropriately to ovarian stimulation, and that could be a nightmare situation for the reproductive specialist. What we try to do in such situations is that in every cycle that we get, we try to maximize the number of eggs or the oocytes which we can obtain from the female partner. Now, compared to the traditional techniques, very recently we have switched over to something called as DuoStim, which is dual stimulation. This allows us to stimulate a lady 2 times in the same cycle. Now normally, if you try and understand, the stimulation, that means the injections would begin on the 2nd, 3rd or the 4th day of the periods, and then after your egg collection is done, the next possible stimulation would occur in the next month. What typically happens in DuoStim or dual stimulation IVF is you are stimulated 2 times. One is on the 2nd or the 3rd day of the periods. Obviously, you go through a series of injections and then your egg pickup is done. Now this egg pickup is triggered. You already know that there is a trigger injection in IVF, and this egg pickup is triggered with an agonist trigger. This allows for rapid luteolysis of the corpus luteum which get formed, and within 5 days of the previous egg pickup, we can begin the patient on the 2nd stimulation. Now you must be wondering that how is this even possible? Are we going to get any eggs out of the 2nd stimulation? The answer is yes. In fact, the answer is you will get almost the same number of eggs, or probably 2 or 3 eggs more when you are stimulating a patient in the luteal phase of the cycle, and this has been already proven and documented. The only thing you should remember is that this is based on the premise or on the theory that the follicle recruitment or the recruitment of eggs, as is traditionally thought, it occurs in multiple waves in the same ovarian cycle, and we are trying to exploit this when we are doing DuoStim or dual stimulation. So the next question is, how is this going to be helpful? And yes, if it's going to be helpful, in which cases is dual stimulation indicated? So now typically we try to do dual stimulation in women who have an AMH of less than 1, in women who have a single ovary with a reduced ovarian reserve, in women who are age more than 38, and in women who have severe endometriosis. In all these 4 cases, we try to do dual stimulation, and we have had excellent results with wonderful outcomes in these patients. Now when I talk of wonderful outcomes, let me please justify this, that on an average, in the category or in the subset of women who are poor responders or women with low ovarian reserve, no matter what you do, the average success rate of taking home a healthy baby following assisted reproduction is going to be close to 15 to 20%. So that is one very important thing which we should not forget. And remember, these techniques allow the lady to have a child with his and her own eggs. That's very important. Very important. Otherwise, most of these women with low AMH, poor ovarian reserve, very less antral follicle count, multiple IVF failures, these women are typically going to be counseled for third-party reproduction. And currently, due to the various religious beliefs, ethical beliefs, and variety of other ambitions, women usually do not get willing to accept third-party donation or oocyte donation very frequently and very easily. And that is something which we should keep in mind when we are counseling these couples. As a result of this, techniques like dual stimulation or DuoStim IVF are very, very good, very useful when done correctly in this category of women who have a low AMH. You will also be surprised to know that the oocytes and the quality of oocytes which we typically obtain in the luteal phase stimulation, that means in the second part of the stimulation, is actually better slightly better. When I say better, it's probably 5 to 10% better as compared to the quality of oocytes obtained in our follicle phase stimulation. It's a very descriptive technique. It needs a lot of understanding of the reproductive endocrinology, and when applied correctly, we have been getting excellent results in women with low AMH who wish to have a child with her own eggs. That means their own genetic child. And I think that happiness is something which is very important for us consultants to deliver to their patients. Now, obviously, as I said, this is a very vast topic. We've had a series of lectures on low AMH. Should there be questions, you can feel free to post them in our comments box. Me or one of my team members will try our best to answer your queries to the earliest possible. Thank you.